I am a 29-year-old woman, and I have been married to my husband Mark, who is 31, for 5 years. Up until 3 weeks ago, I genuinely believed we had a solid, honest marriage. We split our bills evenly, we both work full-time, and we always talked about our finances together. Or so I thought. It started on a random Tuesday night. I was finally getting around to organizing our taxes for the year, something I usually put off until the last possible minute. I logged into our joint banking app to pull some statements, and that's when I noticed something strange. A recurring transfer of $800, going out every single month, to an account I did not recognize at all. At first I assumed it was some kind of subscription, or a bill I had simply forgotten about. $800 a month is not a small amount, so I started digging through the past year of statements. Then 2 years. Then 3. The same transfer, same amount, same day of the month, every single time, going back 36 months. My stomach dropped. I sat there at our kitchen table just staring at the screen, feeling like the floor had shifted under me. I tried to think of any explanation that wasn't terrible. Maybe it was a loan he was paying off that he forgot to mention. Maybe it was some kind of investment account. I wanted so badly for there to be an innocent explanation. When Mark got home from work that evening, I didn't say anything right away. I wanted to see if he would bring it up naturally, foolishly hoping he'd walk in and say something like, "Hey, I need to tell you something about our finances." He didn't. He just kissed me hello, grabbed a beer from the fridge, and asked what was for dinner like it was any other day. I couldn't hold it in any longer. I pulled up the banking app on my phone and slid it across the table to him. I asked him calmly, "What is this account?" I watched his face change in real time. The color drained out of him almost instantly, and his hand started shaking slightly as he picked up the phone. He was quiet for what felt like an eternity. Then he finally said, "I can explain." Those 4 words made my heart sink even further, because if there was truly an innocent explanation, he would have just said it, not asked for permission to explain first. It turns out, for the past 3 years, Mark had been secretly sending $800 every single month to his mother, Linda. Now, I want to be clear, I have never had a problem with helping family when they genuinely need it. If his mother had a medical emergency, or lost her job, or needed help with rent, I would have supported that completely, and I told him so. But that is not what this was. Linda did not need the money. She has a stable pension, she owns her home outright, and she has never once mentioned any kind of financial hardship in the 5 years I've known her. When I asked Mark why she needed it, he admitted the truth. She didn't need it. She wanted it, because she believed, in her words, that women shouldn't control household finances, and that a real man provides for his mother no matter what. I sat there completely stunned. This wasn't a secret loan or an emergency. This was nearly $30,000 of our combined money I had also worked hard for, being funneled to his mother based on some outdated belief system he had never once discussed with me, let alone agreed to with my consent. I asked him the question that mattered most. "Did you ever plan on telling me?" He looked down at the table and said, "I didn't think you'd understand." That answer told me everything I needed to know. He didn't hide it because he forgot. He hid it because he knew exactly how I would react, and he decided my reaction didn't matter as much as keeping his mother happy. The following weekend, we had planned a family dinner at his parents' house, something we do most months. I almost cancelled, but I decided I needed answers directly from Linda herself. Halfway through dinner, I calmly brought it up. I said, "Linda, I wanted to say thank you for being so patient about the monthly transfers these past 3 years." The table went silent. Linda's face turned red, and she looked at Mark like he had betrayed some kind of unspoken family secret. His father, who apparently had no idea this was happening either, put his fork down and asked what on earth we were talking about. What followed was an hour of raised voices, revealed secrets, and Linda insisting that this was simply how things had always been done in their family, and that I was overreacting by making it a big issue. I calmly explained that consent and honesty in a marriage were not negotiable, and that whatever their family traditions were, they did not override basic financial honesty between spouses. Mark barely said a word the entire ride home. When we finally got back to our house, I told him plainly that the transfers stop immediately, and that we needed serious couples counseling to rebuild the trust that had been broken, not because of the money itself, but because of 3 years of deliberate secrecy. It has been 3 weeks since that dinner. The transfers have stopped. We started counseling last week. Mark has apologized multiple times, and I do believe he understands now how serious this was, not just a financial issue, but a fundamental breach of trust in our marriage. Linda, on the other hand, has not spoken to me since that dinner, and according to Mark, she has told extended family that I am the reason her son is, in her words, cutting her off financially. Some relatives have reached out asking if I'm being too harsh. So, tell me, am I the jerk for exposing this at a family dinner instead of handling it privately, and for insisting that a woman who does not need financial help should no longer receive nearly $10,000 a year from our household without my knowledge or consent?